Righteous Force here back at you with another video. And this is the first video I've done this year. Last video I did was in 2018. And in this video I'm just going to talk about what my channel is about. It has been a while since I talked about what my channel is actually about. So this is pretty much a Christian channel right here. I talk about Christian topics, Christian living. So I answer it the best I can. I do go over Bible verses. I try to interpret it as best as I can. I'll come up with topics. I'll go over it. For example, I could ask a question like, should Christians eat pork? And that video will pretty much talk about it, whether Christians eat pork or not. And other times, I actually ask people, they can ask me questions in the comments. They can ask you what they want me to go over. Like one person asked me, can I go over, can Christians drink? And guess what? I made a video going over, can Christians drink? And Christians can drink, but they're not allowed to get drunk. So there's a difference. You're drinking like a cup glass of wine. I mean, you shouldn't get drunk. But you're just sitting there drinking like 7, 8. I mean, I could probably make you drunk. So that would be sinning. So some topics I'll go over the Bible. Other topics I just go over Christian living. I went over topics asking is martial arts a sin? And I answer that one as best as I can. So this is pretty much my channel. Me went over Christian topics, giving advice on how to live as Christian. I'm supposed to have a guest in some of my videos. Not sure if I will or not. It's kind of hard to get guests come on to my videos. Hopefully it will happen this year. But there are some things that I just can't go over in the video. There's some questions I just can't answer because basically I'm just a human, and some questions I'm just not qualified to answer. Some things I just want to go over, like the book of Enoch. I mean, I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer that. Oh, I had to go over it. Somebody asked about Neanderthal. I'm not qualified to answer it, so I won't go over it. If I feel like I'm not qualified to answer a question, I won't go over it. But if somebody asks me like an easy question I could easily answer, I'll go over it. Sometimes they might ask me a more difficult question. I have to look over it some, read it in the Bible, and answer it as best as I can. But there's some things in the Bible I really can't answer. So I just wanted to go over that. So it's a new year. Just realized I haven't done any videos in 2019. So 2019 will actually be 2 decades I became a Christian. It'll be the fall, of course. I became a Christian in the fall of 1999. So I like just entered high school when I became a Christian. So you know the story with that. But I am going to go over something now, and it has to do with the Bible. Should you rush reading the Bible? And I'm going to answer that. I don't believe that you should rush reading the Bible, because some things you'll miss over it. When I first became a Christian, when I first started reading the Bible, I actually read like 10 chapters a day when I first became a Christian. That's not fast how to read the Bible. 10 chapters a day. I can't even imagine reading that much now. Did I really read that much a day? I believe I did. But rush reading the Bible, it's not really a good thing to do. You know, as you're reading sometimes your mind just wanders off when you're reading it. And you miss a lot of things. Just like when you're studying, sometimes you might catch something the second time around reading it that you didn't catch the first time. Oftentimes I find myself, even now, noticing things in the Bible that I didn't catch the first time, second time, or even the third time. I'll just realize it. Sometimes I just see things that I didn't notice before. First time I read the Bible, I don't ever one time remember reading anywhere that women couldn't preach in the church. I did not see that the first time I read the Bible. I thought it was just men being pricks. Because you know, if a man say something, you don't have to listen to him. But God say you have to listen to it. But then the second time I read the Bible, I actually saw it. That women weren't allowed to preach. I'm not saying it. I'm really not. It's in the Bible. I don't have my Bible with me right now. But if you do want me to go over that in the future video, just leave comments down here and I'll look into it. Right now I'm not going to look into it. I'm just pointing out something that you just don't know before. The book of Job is pretty interesting. I didn't notice this before. He talks about the circles of the earth. Why is that relevant? Because he's pretty much saying the earth was round. Get it? Circles of the earth. How would Job have known the earth was round? I mean, we didn't really leave Earth. No human left the Earth until like 1969. And Job, it was written like what, around 2000 BC? 1000 BC? I don't know when the book of Job was written. I heard it was written as early as the time Abraham was around to being written as late as when the Israelites were enslaved by the Babylonians. So we don't really, it's hard to tell when the book of Job was written. Either way, I can guarantee that nobody during that time was able to see that the earth was round. It wasn't until we built spaceships that we were able to see the world's round. So that could pretty much be proof that God was real. That could be proof right there. You can use that as an argument for atheists if you want to. I'm not telling you to argue with atheists, but you can point that out to them. How would anybody back then know the world was round? And I read the book of Job quite a bit of times. I never noticed it. that verse. I've been a Christian almost this year will be 2 decades, so there's still things I learn even now. I'm far from learning everything. So it is best to read the Bible slower and not rush through it. Sometimes you rush through things just don't work out right. Just like, let's say you were in a rush, you rush to fix your car. Sometimes that could be a problem. Let's say you just rush to put your tires on, you didn't put them on right, you're driving, tire comes off because you rushed doing it. So it's pretty much the same thing in the Bible. So do not rush reading the Bible. Take your time. So you like my video, give me a thumbs up. You feel free to check out my other videos I made last year. And if there's a topic you want me to go over, just leave comments down here and I'll try my best to go over them. I won't go over everything though. Like I said, some topics I will not go over. Like the book of Enoch, I'm not going to go over that. Nephilims, nah, I won't go over it. Neanderthal, nah. But anything I can go over, I'll go over it. With that being said, have a good day. Bye for now.